In the last 30 days, I made $7,150 on Upwork with the help of an AI tool called GigRadar. The revenue came from 4 projects, one being the larger project that made the majority of the revenue, and then 3 smaller ones. And these were all in video services, which is what I offer with my video/content agency. So strategy, production, and post-production. I'm gonna walk you through exactly how and what actually drove the result. GigRadar didn't do this by itself. This came from a combination of being a top-rated plus profile, being years on the platform with lots of history, social proof, a proven offer, inbound leads, and then having GigRadar help with speed, volume, timing, and consistency on the outbound side. But the foundation really mattered. If I had a weak, brand new profile or no clear offer, there's no way that I would have gotten the results that I got within the first 30 days. Most people treat Upwork like a random freelance marketplace instead of a real acquisition engine. They apply too late, send generic proposals, only bid when they remember, and stop sending proposals altogether when new clients come in, making their pipeline inevitably dry out. The truth is, Upwork has 2 games playing at the same time. On one hand, you have outbound. Here we're talking proposals, timing, follow-ups, and converting replies into calls. And then you have inbound. This is your profile SEO, your title, your description, keywords, intro video, portfolio, badges. This is where you're pulling interest into your profile. GigRadar mainly helped me with the outbound side, especially on the execution front. But when it comes to inbound, it also forced me to look at things that I can improve to get even more inbound flow. So everything from my pictures, my video intro, my case studies, my portfolio, my keywords, all of those things. There's a lot of educational components to GigRadar as a platform once you sign up and work with them. It's not just having some automation run on the back end and it's super generic and just works with mass volume. It also really forces you to look at the things that you can improve so that you can get more inbound flow as well. In my opinion, that was a huge benefit because it's a win-win. Even when you're not getting the best results on the automation front, you're doing all the right things on the inbound side and just checking things off the list. And GigRadar has so much data when it comes to having an optimal profile, having the right keywords, applying to the right jobs, having the right pricing strategy. So this is a really helpful component of using this platform. So there's a lot that goes with GigRadar, and I've only scratched the surface so far, but mainly what they do is that they help you create job scanners to go and scan jobs that fit the criteria that you built within your GigRadar profile. So there's a mix of using templates that have been proven that they provide you with, as well as your own templates and your own way of writing things to make sure that you have your right tone of voice, as well as AI that is built into their whole platform. This allows you to apply to jobs way faster with an AI-assisted workflow, as well as track views, replies, and performance over time and making tweaks along the way. It's not the service. It's a system that surfaces opportunities and starts conversations much faster. But the money still comes from having a valuable service offer, a strong profile, and the ability to close. One thing that was really important for me when I first got started with GigRadar is the compliance side. Upwork is pretty strict with the terms of service. There are certain gray areas, but one thing that's clear is that you can't allow another person to send proposals on your behalf from your freelance profile. So what's great is that GigRadar actually sets up the job scanners through your Upwork agency profile. So if you don't have one of those, you're gonna have to set one of those up, and then you're gonna get a business manager assigned to you by GigRadar at no extra fee when you're using their platform, and this manager will send the proposals on your behalf and then connect the proposals to your freelance profile. So all the proposals are being scanned and sent from your agency profile, so this remains compliant, and then connects those proposals with your freelance profile. So this can be scaled up as you get team members in if that's what you plan on doing, or just send proposals from your agency profile connected with your freelance profile. I'm not saying to blindly use this tool or any other tool, but you want to make sure that you really keep your profile or profiles protected so that you're not doing all of this for no reason. So make sure that you go and look at Upwork's rules, its terms of service, and that you set things up correctly. But if you take 5 minutes to go and do research on social media like LinkedIn, or go to Trustpilot, or keep scrolling, you're gonna see that GigRadar is not hiding away from Upwork. They are very transparent that they're using their platform through Upwork, and Upwork knows this. Now let's go through my numbers in the first 30 days using GigRadar. Revenue, $7,150. Time frame, 30 days. Projects closed, 4. Opportunities surfaced, 384. Proposals sent, 92. Views, 37, so about a 40% view rate. Replies, 9, so about a 10% reply rate overall, and about a 24% reply rate from viewed proposals. And remember that it's still very early. While the numbers aren't too crazy, they did build me a lot more traction than when I wasn't using the platform. So as I continue to optimize my Upwork profile with their data, with all of their educational tips, it would be unreasonable not to have these numbers continue to go up. One of the biggest things that will get you traction on Upwork, once everything is optimized, at least your MVP, your minimal viable profile, is to apply early, apply within the first 5 proposals. So this typically happens in the first 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes a little bit later. This really depends on your service, on the industries that you're targeting, but timing is key. A lot of people go to Upwork not because they want the absolute best, and they're not gonna wait around for the absolute best at all times. A lot of times they need to get something done faster, and they're going to Upwork because they value speed. They're looking to hire fast. So the faster you apply, the higher likelihood that you're gonna get a reply back. Second thing it really helped with is volume and consistency, and having Upwork be top of mind. So not only it helped me improve on the inbound side, but also lock in and be super consistent on the outbound side. I'm not the only one that needs to go in, scrape through jobs, and send proposals. Now with this automation, with templates, optimization, and AI running in the background, I can detect jobs that are a good fit and apply to them while I'm focusing on other things within the business. Having this motion in place creates more traction and more conversations, ultimately leading to more projects closed. And then there's better fundamentals. I mentioned this earlier, but having GigRadar in place really pushes you to have an optimized profile. They have a very dialed in checklist within the platform once you onboard, and ongoing, they have calls. They have a huge support system and community to help you keep Upwork top of mind and really squeeze out as many good fit jobs as possible from the platform. So they don't just have the job scanners, the AI, the automation, and all the plug and play stuff on the agency and automation side, but they also have all the educational components to ensure that you keep the best, most optimized possible profile, both on the agency profile side and the freelance side, which will inevitably help you with inbound acquisition as well. So people that reach out to you versus you always relying on outbound, whether it be automated or manual bidding. And you'll notice over time, you'll get a lot more inbound leads since you'll have more social proof, more reviews, better job success score, a top rated or top rated plus badge, or even an expert vetted badge. All right, now I'm gonna walk you through my own simple 6-step strategy using GigRadar. One is starting with a clear offer, not offering a ton of different services, but a core service and sub services within this core service. So for me, for example, I offer video content, so things around planning and strategy for video, production, so filming content, and post-production, so editing, animation, and so on. Number 2 is optimizing my profile according to my service offer. Again, things like my title, my picture, my video intro, my description, my keywords, my portfolio. Number 3 is creating 3 to 5 proposal templates that I can use as a base before actually using AI inside of GigRadar. And with these, I don't focus on me, I focus on the client and what the client needs. Number 4 is to set up job scanners on GigRadar according to the criteria that I'm looking for, so budget, scope, and so on. Number 5 is to turn on those radars and let GigRadar do its thing with outbound activity. And number 6, handling the human side. Things like manual qualification, sending custom video walkthroughs using Loom, for example, whenever necessary, booking calls, pitching, closing, and finally delivering. Of course, some of these parts you're gonna do yourself, and other parts you could delegate to your team as you grow your agency. So GigRadar and its AI solution starts the conversation way faster at higher volume, but the money ultimately comes from selling the actual service. Who this is for and who it's not for. This is a great solution for you if you're not in a huge hurry to close clients, you're a freelancer or agency, or freelancer looking to build more of an agency with a small team. You have a real service, a portfolio and case studies, or access to a team member that does, a decent Upwork profile, or if you're brand new, this doesn't mean that this won't work for you, but it's just ideal if you already have some traction. If you're brand new to Upwork, I'd recommend first fully optimizing with free information that's online, or even using GigRadar right from the get-go and use all their tips on the educational side to really revamp your Upwork freelance profile as well as your agency profile and just get used to the process. But if you're brand new or you have little social proof, it will take more time, and that's okay, as long as you're okay with that. And of course, the ability to close sales conversations. And also, if you're doing pretty well on the inbound side, but you really want to get the most amount of opportunities, then this is definitely for you as well. Who this is a bad fit for: you don't have a clear service offer, you have little to no proof and a weak profile, or you expect the tool to take care of the selling for you. If you don't have the right foundation in place, this just means that you're doing the volume, but you're doing bad volume. And as a result, not only are you not getting traction that will become profitable, but you're also kind of burning all of these leads for no reason. So fix your offer first and scale with the tool second. So the final verdict so far from my experience is I like GigRadar, not just for the automation component, but the educational one as well, and all the support that their team offers. It's a leverage tool, not a magic money machine. It helped me create a lot more outbound activity, stay consistent, apply with much better timing, and work on optimizing my Upwork profile even more. I made over $7,000 while using it in the first month, but my profile, proof, and sales process took care of the heavy lifting. If you already have a real service and solid profile, it could turn your Upwork profile into a real acquisition engine. And if you don't, start there first. Get $100 off GigRadar from using the first link in the description. Use it to see if the tool makes sense for where you're at the moment. And make sure to do your own research, understand Upwork's rules, and make sure your foundation's tight before you run any automation. As for me, I'm gonna keep testing it and optimizing along the way. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see the next update with more data. Thanks for watching.